If you're looking to purchase a home in northeastern Wisconsin and you're a self-employed borrower, this episode is for you. We've got George French from Marine Credit Union, who's an expert on helping self-employed borrowers who've been turned down by traditional banks get into an actual mortgage and help them with their situation. George, excited to have you on the show today.
Thanks, Greg. This is really one of my favorite topics to go through and go over because self-employed borrowers typically are rather responsible, hardworking people who do everything they can to make a dollar and don't often show all of those dollars on their taxes. Writing off your business expenses, writing off as much as you can so that your business can stay afloat and can stay in a good position is the most important thing to you. The downside of that is if you do write off a lot, if you do protect yourself and do try to keep your business in a successful profile, you're not going to show a lot in your personal income, which will really limit you to getting auto loans, personal loans, mortgages specifically. And that's where I come in. We don't have DTI limits. We try to lend by common sense. I have done deals where people are showing $800, $1,200 a month in their taxes, and the debt to income ratio can be 200%. We get them done because we're going to vet more than just your taxes. Sure, we're going to take a look at what your write-offs are, and we're going to take a look at a few other things, but we would like to see business statements, if we can see our trends. If we can see there's really more in there monthly than what taxes are showing, then we can help mitigate those circumstances to get this done. The other thing that's really nice is, let's say a lot of your auto loans or a lot of your loans are being paid through your business account, but they're showing under your personal credit report. That's going to throw your debt to income ratio off as well. With us, we can take a look at your bank statements and your payment history and show that your business pays your car loans. Your business is paying for your mortgage right now. Your business is paying for those things. So we can remove those debts under your credit report in order to help get your DTI more in line, because otherwise it's looking like you're getting double dipped in those facts. And that can be keeping you from getting into a mortgage and getting into a better home purchase, when realistically it's actually being taken through the business and it isn't exactly a debt under you personal.
Yeah, and I think the other big thing is I think the traditional mortgage process takes these self-employed borrowers and just throws them out the door if they can't make something work. And they don't always look at it the way that you guys potentially look at it. But the bigger thing is most conventional mortgage companies require 2 years of history and 2 years of taxes to be able to do a mortgage. Let's talk about that. What does Marine require typically?
Great point there. With Marine Credit Union, we do not require the 2 years. Typically, we'd like to see at least a tax return. That doesn't exactly have to be a full years of tax returns. So, right now, for example, it's February of 2023. Let's say you started your business last year in July or August. You wouldn't even have a full years of tax returns, but we can take a look at the tax returns you did file last year. We can look at how your business trended through those months, bank statements, and how you've performed. And we'll use that to help get you done, where other lenders are going to say, we're going to need to see 2 full years of tax returns, and we're going to need to see your debt to income ratio be 40, 50% or less. And sometimes that's just not going to be realistic, especially in those early years of running a business. You might be performing quite well, and it's just not going to be enough to get you with a conventional, we need you to fit in the box lender. Where Marine Credit Union, again, we're looking at common sense. Can you afford this? Yes. Is this a good deal? Yes. Then let's look at ways of getting it done.
Yeah, I almost refer to you guys sometimes as like the emergency lender, where when other people are saying no, Marine a lot of times and George can say yes because they are so common sense focused. But with that, there is a price to pay. But sometimes the interest rate's a little bit higher. But we were talking about a program that you guys have internally where you can actually you can see their credit score improving over time, and you're almost getting to the point where you guys are getting proactive. And I would give you a big pat on the shoulders for that to kind of change the long-term strategy of Marine. And I was impressed by that. So you're actually initially, yes, the interest rate's going to be higher. This is a riskier loan. Other people said no, but there are options because there are people who still have assets and want to purchase a property to have a home in the northeastern Wisconsin area, and marine potentially can be an option when other people say no. George, is anything else you want to add about this self-employed topic?
Not so much as, you said some great stuff. We have a retention team set up to help people advance the positions that are in, getting them into a better position than they're in right now. I always like to say renting is 100% interest. If you want to watch money fly out the door, continue to rent. At least in a home, you're gaining equity. You're paying that principal down. With Marine Credit Union, we also know that our rates are a little bit higher because we are a little bit riskier. So we reward people. You can make lump sum principal payments. Not a lot of lenders do that. You can do weekly, bi-weekly, monthly auto pay, which helps you whittle down more at principal for the same monthly dollar amount when you pay in increments like that. Anything over the minimum payment, as long as there's not another payment due within 30 days, goes straight to principal with us as well. So throwing an extra $100, $200 a month at a monthly payment is going to help overall bring your total interest down. And we reward people by letting them do that here at Marine. The other thing that's really great is we do have some secondary products. And sometimes with those business owners, it's just picking a choice of paying your taxes a little bit more for 2 years or a year, showing that extra income so that you can qualify for those secondary markets so that we can then move you into an even better position down the road. And sometimes that's all it takes. We'll help you now, help you get that house, that dream home that you want, help you build that equity, then you pay Uncle Sam, and then you get the deal you want. And that's the long-term deal. That's the goal.
I love the enthusiasm. I love the options. I love that you are saying yes when other people say no. And
Absolutely.
we'll have George French's information below where you can contact him if you're a self-employed home borrower in northeastern Wisconsin and you've been turned down for a mortgage, or you want to see your options. It's not just for self-employed borrowers. George, thanks for joining us. Excited to have you.
Thank you, Greg.